Well, I don't know if you read about it just hours ago. They're saying that Donald and Nancy are starting to do the stimulus tango again. And who the heck knows? I mean, they're getting lower. They want to pass a bill, and there's so many reasons why these people do things. I mean, we have election coming up, so that motivates them to do certain kinds of things. And we don't know if they're really the Democrats want to pass another bill, hopefully today, and today is like Wednesday, so they could vote on something in the Senate by Friday, and maybe something next week will happen before everybody goes away or gets too close to the election, or who knows. But they're still tangoing, and there's a lot of similarities. So, something's going to happen sometime. And no matter who wins, people want to, make people happy when they get elected, and so both parties will probably, do something if it means after the election, and that's why maybe the Democrats are dragging their feet because they may have more power then. But who knows? Nobody knows. In the meantime, you're getting stuck. So what I put together is a free document that you could go and download, and I'll show you 6 organizations, including congressmen, how to use your congressman to get free grants, stimulus, non-stimulus, whatever the heck it is, and 5 other nonprofit organizations that will do research for you for free. You don't have to pay me, right? You don't want to pay me? Okay. Well, here are free people that do it. Because I know, number one, a lot of people can't afford it or whatever. Even if it is $20, I'm trying to make it as little as possible. There's other free help. And whether I get $20 from you isn't going to change my life a lot, but these programs can change your life. And that's what's important. I think the important thing is know about the availability of the programs that are out there. And that's what they're for. You pay for all these. So, don't give me $20. Start learning how to find them yourself, and then use the free people that are out there to do this. So I put a free report. And God, it's like 50, 60 pages. You could download right now. It's instant download. You go to free.lesko.com/store. And you'll see in the middle of the page there, it says, I don't want to give money to Lesko. I want a free report showing organizations that help me get government grants and free services without charging a penny. That's right. This is what our life is about. There are alternatives to everything. You think you have to pay some fat cat or whatever money to do something? No, there's always an alternative, a way around that sucker. Yeah. But it takes effort to find it, because the people who aren't going to charge money, that means you're not going to find them in Google, because Google wants money from people if they want to be found on Google. Yeah. And so the people that give out money for free can't give Google money to do that. Okay. So that's right. Whether this happens next week and you won't get a check next week, so don't count on that. You're lucky if you get a check in a month or so, and then maybe after the election, or even after the new year, because that's when the new people come to town. You have the election in November, then you have almost like 2 months before these people come to town. Maybe they'll agree on something when half of them are kicked out of office, right? Maybe not. And that's another thing. You're contacting your representative right now, man. You're going to get more out of them than ever before, than you will next month or whatever. You know why? It's election time. So call your congressman and say, hey, I need rent money. Hey, I got to pay for school. Hey, I'm going to be evicted. Hey, my business is going to go down the toilet. Hey, that's what they're there for. And the rich people know that. That's why the rich people camp out on their doorstep. The average person has no idea that it's there for them too, because they think they can't do big lunches in Washington, even though it's probably illegal to do that. But now, see, they got the average taxpayer could get the attention of elected officials because you have a vote. You're only one vote, the same as the fat cat who's given somehow $1 million under the table. Your vote is the same quantity as the fat cat's vote, and that person will lose his job if he doesn't get as many votes as he can, right, between now and November. So now you have the most leverage that you'll have any time for the next 2 years to get those suckers to work for you. Because they know they can push buttons and make doorbells ring and stuff come out of the sky and money be printed down in the basement and all that kind of stuff. That's where it happens, fortunately or unfortunately. But you got a problem, this is where I'd be banging to make sure you know of everything. And if it takes waiting on hold, what the hell? So download this report, do the other sources I have in there. There's local sources that are there to help people who are in financial trouble. You are in financial trouble, use these free sources to do that, okay? And that's the place you start your digging. I got a wonderful letter just this morning, I think it was. Somebody said, yeah, he's getting so much out of this. He's only been a member a few months. Whether it's paying back rent, help for his business and everything. And he said, but it takes work and it takes that extra step. You have to get on the phone and talk to people. You have to bang on their doors. If you go show up in person, probably with a mask on, you do that. You do anything to get that relationship, to understand. And remember, when you talk to a congressman's office or whatever it is, and they don't know how to help you, say, well, who do you think can help me? You got to get something from them. And the best thing to get is another lead to another potential, because life is all about a maybes. And the more maybes you have, the more maybe chances you have of getting it. When you run out of maybes, you run out of chances. So maybe this time you'll work hard enough to get more maybes. Not babies, maybes.